know what it do, right? Can you believe it? I'm out the hood now, everybody wanna know what's going down. Can you believe it? I'm on my grind now, everybody wanna know what's going down. Can you believe it? I'm out the hood now, everybody wanna know what's going down. Can you believe it? I'm on my grind now, everybody wanna know what's going down.
So y'all see the title of this video is titled Bad Spenceuations. Yeah, I'm gonna get into it a little bit more again. You know, occasionally from time to time, man, like I said, I'm gonna be going in on this cat. And there's never hate, because I got love for Errol Spence personally. But as far as boxing goes, I'm not feeling how he moving inside the sport. And I'm not feeling the things that he does outside the sport, because the things he does outside the sport affects the sport when he's fighting. And it can affect other people's lives too. And they already know the car accident thing. When it comes to Errol Spence, when you see me doing things like this, it might seem like I'm trolling them. I'm actually not, because y'all already know the story, man. The background behind the reason why I ride Errol Spence so heavy when it comes to the car accident thing. As far as like the first accident, I looked at everything much different than his fans did. When I first got the news that he got into that first car wreck, I was hoping he was all right. That's what you're supposed to do. If you're a decent motherfucker, when these things happen, you don't want nothing to happen. You want the person to pull through, and he miraculously did. Okay, so at the same time, everybody was holding his hand through the situation. They wasn't thinking about other people's lives that could have possibly been affected. And sometimes I wonder if somebody did get killed, if he hit them with that car, right? If somebody did die, what would his fans be saying? Would they be, would they still coddle Errol Spence after they found out what happened, or would they disown him for choosing to get behind the wheel of a car, drinking and killing other people in the process? I think that's how much they love this cat, that they would still uphold him and won't disown his ass for doing something like that. You know what I mean? Because if it was Bud doing that, I couldn't fuck with him no more. He wouldn't even be in my list of favorites. I'm just not with the drinking and driving, man. That shit is like the most irresponsible. I can't stand that shit, man. To me, I put that right up there when dudes shoot and they hit innocent people. I put it up there in that same category, bro. I cannot subscribe to that. So that's one of the reasons why I started looking at Errol Spence a little funny when he got into that first situation. You know what I mean? Now, as far as the second accident, I believe that was his woman. A lot of people think he's covering for her because he got into a second one, and then she kind of confirmed it in the video that she hit him with the car and all this other shit. I don't think she physically hit him with the car. I think she hit his car with her car. But we don't know. We can only speculate, allegedly. And then the third so-called accident is where I started looking at things a little shaky. Like, okay, what's wrong with this picture? The timing was a little suspect. Then they said it was a little kid. Then I'm hearing that there was no police report filed. It said it was a kid that hit him, that took his parents' car. But then when you see the video, all you see is Errol Spence's car. You don't see the car, no pieces, a crash of that magnitude. You didn't really see any other parts of any other car all over the floor. He seemed fine. And, it just make you think, how bad, was it a real official deal accident? And if it was, how bad was it when he seemed fine? Didn't see him really limping as much. You didn't see anything. They said they saw him limping when he was at the press conference with Frank Martin. I didn't see it, bro. But what I'm just saying is, the guy gets into these Spenceuations, and he put himself in this situation, man. He put himself in them things. And people uphold these things for this cat, but everybody else won't get it passed. They will get drugged through the ringers if they did it. You know, it could have been Bud, anybody, Canelo, whoever. Let one of these other boxers do that, then it would have been a big deal. See, that's kind of what I was getting into on my live yesterday when we were talking. You know, we touched a little bit on that too about the Bud fans and then the Errol fans, and you got levels. I know it sounds like it's division, but I mean, it's not really division. It's just that's just the natural way of things, bro. People naturally align themselves with it's like it's a tribal thing. Like, you know, everything on this earth is tribal. Animals, humans. Lots of times we like to align ourselves on a certain side of things. Religions, you got Christians right here, you got Catholics, you got Muslims. That's just the way naturally it is, and it's no different when it comes to boxing and other sports. It's just the problem is in boxing, people are fans of a fighter, and then there's a different kind of aspect when it comes to fighting versus like basketball, football. But there's extreme fans on both ends, and you know you might have some extreme Bud fans. You definitely don't have extreme Errol Spence fans. I've never seen anything like it, man. Besides the Canelo fans, I agree with some of the homies on the panel with that one. Okay, so kids, this is a PSA for y'all as well. Don't get yourself into unnecessary Spenceuations if you don't have to. If you guys drink, have a designated driver. You know, somebody like me that don't really drink. You know, have me with you if you go to the club. Have somebody like me with you, because the consequences of getting behind the wheel of a car drinking is very devastating on to you, to other people's families can be at risk. Gotta think about that, man. That's very irresponsible. And I think people that drink and drive and they crash shit up, they need to sit down, bro. If nobody got killed, they need to do automatic 5 years, bro. I don't care if you're a celebrity, if you're not. Throw them in the motherfucking slammer for about 5 years. Let them sit down for a little bit. If you kill somebody and you drink and drive, especially if it's on camera, life. Automatic life, bro. You don't get to come out. You don't get to come out. I would even go as far as to write it into law. You know what? You know what they drink every time they go to the mess hall? Liquor. You gotta throw back a cup or two, and let they liver fucking dissolve. That's real shit. That's how I feel. But that is why I stated this video the way I stated it. And you see the thumbnail. It might be a little comical, but there's definitely a serious undertone to it as far as me, how I feel about it. You know, hopefully, whatever's going on with Errol Spence, he can fix that, because not only will it affect him, you know, it can affect others around him too. That's all I really got to say, man. Well, this is your boy Rebel Life Boxing. Like y'all, definitely catch y'all later, man. Peace.